Hi everyone! I'm feeling pretty sad and heavy right now. I've just watched ContraPoints' new video called Canceling, and it was really hard to watch because it hit home, like, kind of hard. I can't claim to have experienced what ContraPoints has at all, and this is not about what I experienced in the past. This this is more about what I want to do now to protect myself. I haven't been canceled online in the past, to be honest. Um, I've been called out for things, but that's fine. It's normal to some extent. It's normal. So I'm not complaining about that, even though I am very sensitive and it did hurt me a lot. Um, but that's fine. It's normal. It happens. But thinking back on it, there have been several moments in my life where, because of my opinions, which were considered controversial, although I don't, I just disagreed with certain views that my views are controversial, but I tried to argue them and explain why I believed that. And people disagreeing with me is not an issue, or people getting annoyed at me is not an issue. But people coming to me and telling me that I am culturally insensitive because I disagree with certain religions, about certain parts of religions or of cultures, after I myself have been, I don't know, not, I guess, the victim of certain religious doctrines. Like, I'm gay and I grew up in Romania and I know what it's like to be hated for being gay, because I was saying that I disagree with certain religious practices and I think that they are sexist or yeah, sexist, I said. I was called a bigot. I was called culturally insensitive. I was called a racist. And the issue with that is it really, really hurt me without actually helping me. Like, I'm willing to take those things if you're able to tell me why. And that's why I also just felt like closing myself in after I got those critiques. Because no one told me why they thought that about me. They just said that I am, because who am I to have the right to criticize another person's religion? Which in my opinion, is anyone can voice an opinion if done respectfully about any ideology. A religion is an ideology, and that's okay. There are good ideologies and bad ideologies out there. But ideas are up for scrutinization and for critique, and that's a good thing. So, as someone who's had a small taste of what it's like, the tiny taste of what it's like to just be marginalized in your school back then because of your belief, have your friends stop hanging out with you. Like, I think it coincided too suddenly with those debates we had in class. Directly afterwards, my closer school friends started avoiding me. Um, I felt like it was because of that, because of the image I projected on myself, though many of those friends told me just minutes before or days before that they agreed with me. The moment it happened, they were silent about what was happening, and afterwards they stopped associating. Um, so I really felt kind of cornered and didn't really have a safety net for a long while because of that. And that makes it really hard for me to watch a video like canceled by ContraPoints because it rings home really strongly. So, what does that mean for me now? Why, if this is, like I said, not about my past, how is it, what is it about? Well, it's about this channel. To be honest, I don't know if I have a safety net that's good enough to resist a canceling if people suddenly decide I'm toxic. I'm not saying that that can't be the case. Maybe one day I will say something toxic, but I'll do my best to correct myself and to understand what I did wrong. That is, if someone is willing to explain to me nicely, and I'm sure there will be people. But I'm scared now. I honestly wonder if this is something I want to make, if this is the channel that I'm willing to invest in. Because knowing that this might just be the equivalent of a sandcastle that would take only one rain or a tide to destroy, it does not feel very rewarding. And by no means is this channel made only to, like, I don't know, be popular or get followers. This channel is made just for me to understand myself better with others, entertaining others, hopefully, and having a space to think outside of my situation in the real world. Honestly, I feel self-destructive right now in the sense that I feel like just voicing my unpopular opinions just to get myself canceled so it's done with. Because I want to know, will the internet just decide that I'm not worth talking to or being heard because I don't fit in their definition of what's right? And I'm saying it now. I am not a right winger. I'm not even a centrist. I'm more on the left wing, to be honest. And I'm not supporting or saying that what I'm saying now is a reason for right wingers that are extreme or people who have closed minds that don't want to change their bigoted opinions should lash on. My video right now is not me saying, oh yeah, the left is horrible and the right is right, or that bigots are right. I'm just saying I've been expulsed from groups before and it was really painful for me, and I'm scared that this will happen again. So I'm wondering, what can I do to prevent this? Part of me wants it to just get over with, get excluded, so that I can not worry about it anymore, get hurt, and then be done with it. But I know that that actually won't help anything in the end of the day. I'll still want community, I'll still want people to relate to me. I don't really know what to think right now anymore. I feel like just admitting defeat. Like my channel, as I do have opinions and I love debating and talking about things, will likely get haters, a lot of them at some point, not because I'll be famous or anything, but just because it's gonna happen. I have a feeling it happens very often to a lot of people. So, like Natalie Wynn, I think that I've sort of decided that I can't really base my hopes or my self-esteem on an online group. And I have to find another way to function because I want community around values, around principles, around common topics. And although real life gives me friends, my communities in real life are not always the ones I wish I had. So I don't know if I'm saying this out of some sort of damage control, but I want to be honest with you guys, and I'm up for debate on many subjects. So if you want to talk about something privately or publicly, I'm up for it. But I must say, I'm part of the vegan community, and I'll be honest about something. I am a tentative vegan. That means I believe moral vegetarianism is possible. I can go in detail, but this is not what this video is about. And A Natural Vegan on YouTube explained this very well, I think. So because of that, I'd imagine that when that would come out anyway, I'd be sort of canceled in vegan circles because that means that I'm not fully opposed. That means I don't believe use is abuse with animals, that you can use an animal without abusing it, and that's apparently like impossible. So I can probably cut out that section of people who I identify with. Then there's atheopaganism. It's a group I'm part of. Some people call it philosophical. I think it's rather religious for me, or spiritual, some would say. The thing is, I really like that group, and I think that the online group on Facebook is fantastic. They have, and I sometimes join in having wonderful discussions. But I've noticed I'm very sensitive when it comes to what happens on there. If someone talks more harshly to me, it can ruin my day because I seek validation from them. And I don't think that's healthy for me. And I don't think it's their fault either. I think most people there are very reasonable, very nice, very level headed most of the time. Obviously, no one's perfect. And that they all have good intentions, even when talking a bit harshly. So that is another group, although that is very safe, I consider for myself. I feel kind of scared to interact with right now. Because some people who did not have any ill intent were right about some things they were saying. I actually posted a video from my channel, the one that I made before this, about a political system I came up with. I posted it there, honestly, not realizing it was inappropriate there because it was. It was political. It looked like I was pushing my agenda, and it was not what I meant. But once I realized, I directly took it away after some harsh words from someone saying that the this group is not my soapbox, or I didn't know what that really meant, but it felt pretty bad. And I'm not saying who it is because there's no use, and they were right that I shouldn't have posted it there. But it really hurt me when I tried to contact said person to apologize because I really care about these things. To apologize, and I got ignored. So, although that's nothing to do with like a big concept such as canceling, I'm just saying I'm starting to be scared of, already because I'm very sensitive to these things, knowing now that canceling is very real and very present. I wonder if I'll be able to take it. So I guess I'm gonna say I'm not gonna get a Twitter anytime soon or probably ever. And in addition to that, I'm gonna try really hard to find mechanisms to keep myself supported. Or maybe I'm just being a bit insensitive and realizing, and I might have safety nets already in friends and things, but I'm not communicating enough with them. So, although I want to be active online and in the real world with groups and circles, I'm not doing it right now. For example, Extinction Rebellion is the group I'm part of, and I've been to only one action till now, but I am an administrator for a Facebook group of theirs. And although they've all been very nice to me, I'm scared of interacting because I know how activist circles that I have been in the past can be very freaking harsh. So I'm sorry to if I am not being very active and I'm not administrating a lot. Uh, it I'm scared and I need to figure myself out before I can go ahead and throw myself in. And this is where I call out to you people on the other side of the screen. Like, if you're a content creator that it has the same fear, want to talk? Like, I love to find a way to make a safety net of sorts. Someone who agrees with me that this canceling is dangerous to them. Like, at least mentally for me, it can ruin a day or many more if I actually get canceled properly one day. And to those who aren't content creators but just want to help, if you have any suggestions on what people can do to maintain their mental health through such an event, please say so. I'd be really curious to find out what you think. God, this whole video sounded desperate, I think. But it's fine. I mean, those were my feelings, and they still are right now, and who knows, they might change later, but I want to be transparent right now with you guys, and I want to be honest. So now you know. Comment if you have anything to say, and, yeah. Have a lovely night, day, evening, morning, whatever you're having. See you guys.